Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host, Chris, and today we have new images of Thor, Love and Thunder, a new look at Lady Thor and Ravager Thor, and then, of course, the very cool image that has just come out that is showing us that during his meditation phase, he's going to get a visit from some Guardians of the Galaxy. So we'll go over these images and we'll talk a little bit more about Thor, Love and Thunder, which is coming out very, very soon now in today's video. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other daily updates happening here on the channel. Also, I would like to invite you to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will be attending the Thor Love and Thunder red carpet event happening on Thursday this week. So if you'd like to see some updated footage, videos, some point of view of the entire event, I will be posting a lot of content for that on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at The Culture Chris. Links to both of these are in the description down below, so feel free to check those out as well. So yes, the Thor Love and Thunder red carpet event is this week. I'll be seeing the movie. I'm very excited. And then, of course, the global release will be on July 6th. So you'll all be able to see it, and we can all chat about what a freaking awesome film it will probably have turned out to be. With that being said, Total Film has dropped 3 new images, and one of them I want to talk about in particular because it wasn't what I was expecting. And I'm going to talk about what I mean by that. Here's what the first trailers kind of hinted at us. Thor will have gotten in shape. He's going to do the whole Guardian of the Galaxy thing for a while. He's left Asgard, and he's off to be a hero. And during the first trailer, he kind of montages about how he's kind of sick of it. He's over it. He wants to move on. He wants to go find out something better in his life, which, in my opinion, is probably love. He wants to find somebody to share all of his godliness with. So he's off, he's left the Guardians of the Galaxy, whether they've kind of convinced him to leave because he hasn't really fit in, or whether he's decided to leave because he wants to go find a partner, he wants to go find meaning in life. He goes to this tree and he starts to meditate. That kind of is where we thought we were going to transition into Thor Love and Thunder. Him trying to find himself and then realizing he needs to stop Gorr the God Butcher, then Lady Thor shows up, all of this crazy stuff. But here at the tree while he's meditating, we see the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think perhaps the first people to bring up Gorr the God Butcher to Thor will be the Guardians of the Galaxy in this scene. He's left the Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe because they've asked him to, hey, this isn't really working out, go off, go meditate, go figure out who you are. He's there, he's meditating, and now here's Chris Pratt as Star-Lord and Mantis standing before him, potentially, and in my opinion, saying, hey, there's something going on out there. And maybe it'll even originally start off as I've left the hero life behind me, and then Lady Thor will kind of convince him otherwise because now she's around, and that'll give him a little bit of spark to his flame to kind of get him up and moving again back into the heroism of it all. But I do think that this is an interesting revelation that we're having from Total Film, and definitely something that has me excited because maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy will be a little bit more involved in the film than we originally thought, since the understanding is that this tree moment, this meditation moment, is after he's already left the Guardians. Very interesting stuff. Maybe they'll have fought Gorr. Maybe not. I think this is a curious scene that they released. As I mentioned, we also have good looks at Ravager Thor in this new image here, looking exactly like what we would picture Ravager Thor to look like. We've seen a few images as well. And then, of course, we have the Lady Thor here. Now, her involvement in this film is a little bit interesting and peculiar as well. Overall, we know that this is a big character they're kind of introducing, or rather, I would say reintroducing and rewriting and changing, that now she is a hero. And big part of getting Natalie Portman to come back was rewriting the character and giving her that hero standpoint. Now, if you're familiar at all with the Mighty Thor comic line, you know that she's going to have cancer, and there's going to be some type of question of whether or not the turning into Thor and wielding Mjolnir is healing her or killing her. And I'm curious how they're going to, one, imply that in the movie, or address that, or what's it going to change? Does Thor have to have some type of sacrifice in order to save her? Or will she just become Lady Thor permanently somehow through some type of science or magic? Either way, it's going to be an interesting turn. Now, assuming that she's going to help fight Gorr the God Butcher, and maybe even potentially defeat him, depending how hard into the Lady Thor this movie wants to go, it's going to be fun to see her relevance. Where does she show up? Why is she kind of looking for Thor? What is it that she needs? Maybe she just wants answers for why Mjolnir's chosen her. Because she does even mention in the trailer, it was kind of my first fight. And Thor responds, well, you'll never forget it. So her involvement overall is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. What's the big game here? Are they trying to introduce a new Thor to pass the mantle over? Or are we just going to have Lady Thor as a new character who will fight alongside Chris Hemsworth's Thor? If I had to guess, and I'm going to, my personal thoughts are, no, we will not be losing Thor. Chris Hemsworth is not going anywhere. The whole purpose of him wanting to find more is to get with somebody, to have somebody in his life, something more than just being a god and a hero, but maybe being a companion. I do personally hope that they decide to go Lady Thor and regular Thor together. Let's get a Thor 5 movie. This is going to be a whole new trilogy, and we'll have the two of them maybe as a married couple or maybe just as a couple, and they're going to be able to share this story of two heroes living together, needing to save the world. It certainly has been insinuated that Thor could possibly die, as in the second trailer we hear Korg kind of starting to tell this story of the life of the space Viking, the mighty Thor, and how he saved Earth 500 times and he was so great. It all sounds past tense, almost implying that Thor will die, and the entire movie is narrated by Korg, telling the story of the space Viking's final fight, and how the mantle is passed down to Lady Thor. That's kind of what they were hinting at. They were insinuating. However, I do think that that's a massive misdirect. They want you to go in this wondering whether or not Thor's going to make it out. They want you going in this wondering whether or not Lady Thor is going to become the new full-on Thor. Even though, yes, I get it, Thor is a person, not a title. It's not really transferable. But the space could be filled with Lady Thor, who would have Mjolnir and similar powers. So before you jump down in the comment section and start yelling at me, no, Thor's not a title, it's a character, you can't replace Thor. No, but you can fill the void of Thor with Lady Thor, with Natalie Portman's character, and that is 100% something that could be happening. I don't believe it's going to happen, I don't think that that's the case, but we're going to have to wait and see until the movie comes out. Later on in this week, I'm going to do a final predictions video. I always like to do those before I go and watch the movie. Try to see how much I was able to piece together, how much of the leaks and everything that we've heard is actually true. So look out for that. We'll do, here's what I think the movie's going to start, and is Gorr going to stay alive? Will Thor stay alive? All of the fun questions and stuff that we've been asking for several months leading up into this movie. But, as I mentioned, don't forget, Instagram and Twitter. I'll be posting red carpet event stuff there. I'm sure you would like to see what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of the times they have the outfits, the suits, all from the actual movie there. I'll be posting all that as well, so check those out. Link is in the description down below. If you went on to enjoy the video, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell. And I will for sure catch all of you guys in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.